Rob and I for this segment. We have Colleen Walsh and Lisa Presnail. I said them both right.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us. And tell us what Little Pet Project is.
It's a fun and sexy new way to raise awareness to homeless and abused animals, and this is one of our products.
We can go to the camera on that one there. Here, you want to hit the camera? How about this camera? All right, we'll keep talking while we figure that out. There we go.
What you're looking at right now is our 2008 calendar, which is currently on sale on our website, and proceeds from this calendar will go to benefit a local rescue here in St. Pete and then one in New York.
Wow.
What made you guys do this? And are you guys the only people doing it?
We, as far as we know, yes. We are photographers. We love photography. We love beautiful women and pets, obviously, and we thought, let's take our talents and use it towards something that really is meaningful to us.
And obviously having men with their animals aren't going to sell calendars.
Well, we've got a lot of requests for
That's what I'm saying.
men.
Could that be
Don't let her go bouncing that whole idea out the door. You know, you guys keep on track with where you're going.
Yeah, Jana, we're going to have you on next.
You know, I would do this. I would take I have two big, huge white American Bulldogs, about 80 pounds apiece. I would do it with my dogs. I mean,
okay, well, that's something we should probably talk about later there. You need therapy.
Well, going all the way for a stray.
Yes.
What is that?
It is women taking it off, sometimes all of it, sometimes partially, but it's really women that are just, everybody that's posed for us has volunteered or paid us. Nobody is in it for the money. And just a way to really get attention to this cause that it needs so much.
Now, how is it coming along? I mean, it's a little pet project, but this doesn't seem like it was a very little undertaking.
No, it's been in the works for probably the last 6 to 8 months.
Yeah, it seems like this is not something you guys just like, a Saturday, hey, come on out with your pets, because, by the way, they're besides the content,
photographers,
and
they're
animals
amazing
and stuff like that,
shots.
You guys are incredible photographers.
Thank you.
And
yeah, they are a bunch of little animals in there.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
What?
Well, we've had people actually coming to us saying, how can we help? And, going all the way for a stray is, taking your clothes off, but also doing anything you can to really raise awareness for the really horrible problem that we have in our shelters today. I mean, 90% of the animals go in and they don't come out, and we just
Is that really true?
It's
Yeah.
true, yeah.
Because you hear rumors, and then everybody, is like parents. You're like, no, that's not true. They find homes for all of them.
No.
And then you start believing it yourself.
No, it's true. In Hillsborough County, the county shelter, it's 90% of the animals are euthanized. And it's not their fault. It's just, it's a way that we've all become accustomed to, and we accept it as a way to take care of the population.
Does this go to, it goes to the adoption process or to pay for people to spade and neuter their animals in order to stop the breeding?
It goes to all the above,
We
doesn't it?
have a campaign for greyhounds. So what we do is we use our photography, our marketing, and our graphic skills to create campaigns for any organization, any nonprofit who wants to get their message out, whether they're building a spay and neuter clinic, whether the greyhounds need adoption, because you know how the one...
This is so sad. They get rid of the greyhounds after they're done racing.
Right.
And they
Yes.
just, how could you take an animal in and live with it for that long and train it for that long and say, I'm done.
They're
See you
not
later."
human. They're not doing that. They're not
kept in a
it's
cage
not,
their entire lives.
They're not pets that go like,
Yeah.
hey, Sparky,
You
time
al-
to go race greyhounds.
You also sell other merchandise. It's not just the calendars. What are some of the other products that you sell?
Tank tops, little boy shorts, which is like little underwear for women that's really cute, and T-shirts, cards.
Fantastic.
The posters. We're adding stuff.
But you guys have jobs, or I mean, this surely isn't the way
Has
you
this
guys
turned
are
into your
making
job
money.
yet?
How do
It
you?
is.
We'd
It is
like
for
it to
me,
be,
and yeah.
Full time, yeah. I mean, we really need to generate enough interest. Any product that people buy on our website, 10% of our net proceeds will, at the end of the year, go to be donated to some charities. We do special projects where maybe 50% of calendar sales or some another item that we create will go back to whatever rescue that we're partnering with at the time. But really, we would just love to make, a new statement for people to have it in the front of their minds.
Right.
We go along every day. Animals are dying in shelters. They don't get played with. They sit there for months on end, and that's our main goal, is just to get the message
That's
out.
really sad. I really
It
got to
is.
tell you, what you guys are doing is incredible, and it's making an impact.
No, go ahead. I was.
Making an impact, like just getting 4 other people to pay attention, or 5,000 or 10,000 other people to pay attention. The sky's the limit, really.
Well, one of our motives for doing this, the way we're doing it, is that PETA and other places, it's such a negative slant. I mean, we want it to be fun. We want people to enjoy it. We want to make beautiful images. So mainly it's a fun new way to raise awareness.
Well, no, I don't necessarily. I'm not Slamapita, and I believe that people, organizations do what they have to do, and they've got a very rigorous way of doing it, But sometimes, there's something about bringing awareness to things. It doesn't need to be grotesque. It can actually be a loving, caring way to bring it to consciousness versus, brutal images.
Yeah.
Am I boring you, Janet?
No, not at all.
Oh.
How can other people help if they can't? If they're not doing this. You mentioned volunteering. Like, what can Rob do since he's not going to be in a calendar?
We would recommend, first of all, donate to a shelter or a rescue. You should go online. On our website, we have links to different shelters.
Okay.
We don't take donations necessarily we're not a charity,
right.
But we can always use your support if you want to buy products, you want to
we
volunteer.
We have a lot of men's shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts, some great T-shirts, and we are evolving our website, so pretty soon we're going to have a lot more things to offer people who aren't models or...
Who, I know we're running out of time, who were some of the models that people can see in the 2008 calendar?
Heather Clem, who is Bubba the Love Sponge's wife, and then Amanda, who is Cowhead, also on 102 The Bone's wife, Melissa McGhee, Rhonda, she wasn't in the calendar, but she is a Little Pet Project model for us. One of her girls from the store is one of the months.
There's a Playboy model. And
I saw that.
Just
She's
some
hot.
other, random, there's a housewife.
There's mothers,
We've had
there's
attorneys,
sisters,
yeah.
there's...
USF students.
I think that's
Very
great.
cool. That's wonderful. I mean, what an interesting way to present it as well.
Thank you. I wanted to give you guys a little present before we're done. This is a photograph that I took about 2 years ago of a band that was doing a podcast. And my husband, who I just got married to in October, he was working with them. And anyway, whether this is on the air or not, but he was working with them and saw my work, and now we're married. And it was because I came here and did a photo shoot at Media Talk.
Are you kidding me?
No.
That is
Michael,
such a
put that
great
as another
story.
story.
We
That's
need to get you and your
incredible.
husband back on.
No, he's not doing that. Like he doesn't care. That's wrap it up. That's not like.
Give us your website before we run out of time.
We perceived wrong, Piotrowski.
Well, I'm with Colleen Walsh Photography.com. Lisa's with South Tampa Photography, and our joint company is LittlePetProject.com.